I had complications in my first pregnancy and I had to move to Auckland. And so my partner and I had to be separated for my entire third trimester. He had to stay here and work and I had to go to a very high-level, high-risk facility for months on end. We are isolated and women are exposed and have to make tough decisions.
It does affect a lot of the conversations that I have with my women, and a lot of them do have to make choices that women that live in other parts of the country who are closer to a hospital wouldn't ever have to make.
It's traumatic for partners and families, not just for pregnant women. And it's traumatic for midwives. It's why we have a large number of midwives that live in Queenstown and Wanaka that aren't practicing here because it's not sustainable.
You only get paid if it falls within certain boxes that the government says is eligible for payment.
It's less than the minimum wage if you count on-call hours. I know a midwife who compares herself to a plumber who can get up in the night and turn off a tap and be paid $200, and she could be up for 48 hours looking after and responsible for 2 people's lives, and because of the funding model she might get paid nothing for that time of being up through the middle of the night on a public holiday weekend, which she was. That's what creates unsustainability and a burnout, and people don't feel appreciated.
It doesn't reflect the stress and responsibility of our job. It's not like any other job where you can leave it at work. You take a lot of those decisions home and you're always reflecting on choices that you made and second guessing if things could have been done differently if you made, you know, a call maybe 10 minutes before you made it. Complications
happen in pregnancy and postpartum that mean that we might have to move a woman or her baby at any given time.
Last week I did 2 helicopter transfers within 24 hours, and it's
around about 10,000.
10,000 helicopter rides.
Because there's the new BK, the big twin engine helicopter. They are fantastic and can fly in stronger weather, but they're expensive. If every day is tens of thousands in transfers, and that's just from our small primary hospital, it doesn't include the numbers that are travelling out of Alexandra, Wanaka, Te Anau, Lumsden, then that adds up quickly. We've already outgrown the hospital that we have here, but in 5 years' time I don't know what it will be like if we don't have better services.
For myself to continue working as a midwife in this area, it would take having a secondary hospital within Central Otago. It's going to make it more sustainable for us as midwives who live in the area. It's going to make it more sustainable for the women and their families and the decisions that they have to make. And we do also get a lot of pregnant tourists that have emergencies that present, and we don't have the facilities to deal with it.
It's the only logical answer, I think, to increase services as the population increases. If the airport's increasing and all the shopping centres and shopping malls are increasing and the people are, then the people need hospital support. If I were to meet the Health Minister, I would implore them to look at the new recent census statistics and the projected growth. The DHB or the government has to do something to get ahead of the growth before people's lives are put in danger.